Hello AOS fans, Robin here, and I'm back once more with a deck review for you. It's late at night here at Shadebrook, so I've got my late night radio voice on, so I should be a little bit quieter this evening perhaps, but anyway, this week I should probably have my spooky voice on because it's our Halloween special on Thursday night. And we're going to be playing the ghouls versus the ghosts, and I'm taking the Grymwatch to the party, and let's see what I've got. I've gone all out objective play. Let's see how many objective-based objectives we can score using the Grymwatch. Having said that, my first couple aren't objective-based objectives. Calculated risk and keep them guessing. Calculated risk is quite a good card for the Grymwatch because their crypt ghouls in particular are expendable. That wound from the lethal hex might actually help you further your goals, because sometimes you want a bit of territory grabbing, and a reanimated crypt ghoul on the other side of the board might just do that for you. And they'll keep them guessing with the muster action. You've almost got like a free action towards keep them guessing from the very beginning. Not the first turn though. We will not be playing that. You can use the muster or crypt ghoul call action when you haven't got a dead crypt ghoul. Conquering Heroes. Score this in an end phase if your warband holds one or more objectives in enemy territory. Well, with I have Shifting Reflection in my deck, this ought to be fairly easy to score, especially with the crypt ghouls being able to bring them back in the backfield. Conquering Heroes is eminently scoreable for the Grymwatch. Defending the Hearth. Score this immediately when an enemy fighter is taken out in your territory. Well, the enemy are going to try to get into my territory, so I can't inspire. And I think this is a good card for these guys. They can surround people and get those supports in. And if you're lucky to use Crack Marrow or Gristlewell, then you've got a good chance of pulling that card off. In the Name of the King, score this immediately after an activation if your warband holds 3 or more objectives. Love this objective. It's a score immediately, but it also, it's after an activation for these 3. It's an easier to score supremacy, really, like an immediate supremacy. So I really like that card. Incomprehensible Scheme, another great objective grabbing card. Score this in end phase if your warband holds more objectives than each enemy warband. This could be really, really easy to score depending on what's going on in the game. Shifting Madness. Score this immediately after an activation if your warband holds the objective with the same number as the current round. Another great card that ought to be reasonably easy to score, unless I'm unlucky and the card comes out at a time when the objective in question is difficult to score. Coveted Spoils, slightly controversial this one, but if you're going all out objective, you've got to go for it. Score this in an end phase if all objectives are held. Path to Victory. Well, Path to Victory, another objective one. Score this in end phase if one or more enemy fighters were taken out of action in the previous phase and your warband holds 2 more objectives. Again, I'd like to think that I might be able to pull this card off with some fighting prowess of some of the Grymwatch, and of course there's super manoeuvrability. Scrum, score this immediately after activation if 4 or more fighters on the battlefield are in a single group in which each fighter is adjacent to at least one other fighter in that group. Very, very easy to score in Grymwatch, and with the Grymwatch versus the Ghosties, I'm sure this is going to be even easier to score. So Scrum is in there. Supremacy, because it's all our objectives. And Swift Capture, score this immediately after an activation if your warband holds 1 or more objectives in friendly territory and 1 or more in enemy territory. Another great card for objective play. So what have I got in my gambit? I have got all my eggs in one movable basket. Centre of attention, Irresistible Pride, Mirror Move, all these things great for moving people about, getting people on objectives. Mirror Move I just love, as you know. Shifting Reflection is a new card that's almost always in my deck, basically because of Swift Capture. You get one person on an objective, pop them over into the backfield, move somebody else onto another one, and that Swift Capture pretty much scored if you can get the timing right. It has to be immediately after activation, so you have to be careful when you do the timings, but it's a great way of picking up some easy glory. Appalling Visage to push somebody away from you, again really good if somebody's on an objective you want. Horrifying Spectacle, I'm not sure about this one. I had a few choices. This was a kind of toss-up. Horrifying Spectacle versus, I can't remember the name of the card, but there's the one that allows Crack Marrow to bring back an extra Crypt Ghoul back. They would definitely vie for attention in this deck. I kind of feel like that actually, because I don't have many options for fighting, that I may struggle to keep people out of my half. So I've put Horrifying Spectacle in, so the off chance I might be able to inspire somebody if they kill somebody, and they can, when they're adjacent to them, they can inspire. Pack Advance, choose one or more friendly Crypt Ghouls and push each of the chosen fighters up to 2 hexes. Brilliant card. Okay, only can't move all of your guys around, but the Crypt Ghouls, they're often about, and then you want to push them onto objectives. So Paul and Visage followed by this could be really handy. Confusion, useful again for objective grabbing. Frenzied Search. No, didn't always get on with improvisation, which I know some people absolutely loved, but this one, I have people say they don't like it as much as improv. I really do quite like it. You could discard 1 power card and draw up to 3 power cards. I mean, I guess it's a net gain of 1 power card because you've got to get rid of 2 to do it, but anyway, I put it in there for now. Restless Prize, brilliantly for moving hexes, and then Sidestep again for pushing people. And then the upgrades, I've got Crown of Avarice, because the Crypt Ghouls are going to die, and the Crown of Avarice on them will make that more tricky for my opponent. They won't want to kill them. Fameway, perfect for objective grabbing. I mean, it's in most decks. Sudden Growth, the return of Sudden Growth in this new meta, because you don't want Crack Marrow in particular to die, but they still move pretty fast. These Crypt Ghouls, so it's not that much of an impediment. Blazing Soul, now I wasn't sure about this one, but I've put it in there for inspiration, inspiring Crack Marrow to give him those 2 dodges to make him slightly harder to kill. We've also got Spectral Armour to back that up with. Heroic Vision, +1 dice to all attacks, is an absolutely great card. All attacks of range 1 or 2. It's a strong card. Seized Weapon. Everybody loves this card. The artwork is gruesome, but the card is great. Basically 1 free damage and then a 3 sword 2 damage attack. It's a pretty good card. Well motivated, +1 damage to this fighter's range 1 and 2 attack actions. Handy for some of your better Crypt Ghouls, make them even stronger. Great Fortitude, +1 wounds. Probably looking at putting that on Crack Marrow. Could end up on somebody else. The Larval Lart, I wasn't sure about this one either. I just wanted to include it because I love it. It's in there. It can be really potent at the end of the game when they're sort of mopping up a few guys at the end. Could be vital to winning, especially if I can bring in one. If I'm up against a fence and I can manage to somehow bring a Crypt Ghoul back, then maybe with this on they suddenly become extremely lethal. And then finally Stone Form. I'm an arm with Stone Form and the other one, the other Quarry one, which puts people on guard. But I went for this one in the end because it means the fighter cannot be pushed. So things like Mirror Move and Sidestep. Well, Sidestep's my own card, but things like Mirror Move and anything that pushes people around can't be used. Anything like Mirror Move or anything that pushes another fighter, even in combat, they can't work. So Stone Form, I made them a Quarry, which is perhaps a weakness, but and they give them -1 move as well. But they will be hard to move up on objectives. That's why that's in there. So let me know what you think. I think there's a potential to score some tasty glory. There's 19 glory in the deck, which is quite a large amount, I think. I've got my 6 score immediately. There's only 2 restricted. Calculated risk of sudden growth. No, I'm quite happy with it, and we'll see how it goes in our spooky matchup. So until the big game, we'll see you soon. Bye.